Shedeur Sanders. He makes the Pro Bowl in his first season. In his rookie season. Oh, my God. 56% completion, 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns. I'm sorry, I can't even say it with a straight face. 10 interceptions, 68.1 QBR.
What's going on?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, Field Goals and Forecast, presented by AfterThought Sports, now live on WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz. You can catch us live from 4 to 5 p.m. on Tuesdays, or you can catch us afterward on the AfterThought Sports YouTube channel at probably about 4 o'clock when it gets posted. But I am Ryan Adio. Alongside me is my great co-host, James Derrick. And of course, the conference championships have just ended. We now know who is going to be playing in the Super Bowl. It will be the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots, a rematch of that 2015 Super Bowl. And I don't know, it's interesting. I mean, what are your initial thoughts about it?
Initially, we're going to put the Patriots-Broncos game to the side.
Yeah.
Watching that Seahawks-Rams game had me wishing that was the Super Bowl, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that was honestly a general consensus from most of the population. Like, that was as good as it's probably going to get. But, I mean, it's a Super Bowl at the end of the day. I think it's two solid teams, at least. The Seahawks are great. It's just whether the Patriots can keep up. But we'll talk about that more later, obviously, in some later episodes when it gets closer down to it. But for now, let's talk about the new news coming out of the Buffalo Bills. They found their head coach, and it's a bit of a surprising move. I mean, they moved Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, to head coach. I think it should have been more obvious than it is. We should have been looking us in the face. Oh, of course they were going to do that.
Yeah.
But what are your initial thoughts on this head coach hire or promotion, whatever you want to call it?
You know, I don't want to be quick to condemn. That's kind of what has been going through my head, because I think there were a couple more candidates that people were a little more hyped up about and were more excited about. But I don't know. At the end of the day, Joe Brady was the offensive coordinator for an offense without wide receivers, and he succeeded to a certain level. So I think you can't be quick to condemn. That's kind of my mindset. Is like I'm not in love with it. I think I was more excited for other guys, but I'm gonna roll with it. I mean, I am a Bills fan, and as long as we have Josh Allen, it really doesn't matter.
That seems to be the consensus as well. Just as long as it's Josh Allen, and I mean, they were saying Josh Allen was in on all of those interviews, all 9 interviews. So clearly, Brady is the guy that he wants. But it is kind of a interesting move, moving from Sean McDermott to Joe Brady, who's also inside the organization. I mean, if you're talking about the organization keeps hitting a wall, why would you bring in someone else from the organization? It would have been nice to see someone from outside. They kind of flush that out, bring some new life into it. But it feels like same old. But we'll see next year. I mean, at the end of the day,
exactly.
He still has to hire an offensive coordinator, maybe a defensive coordinator as well. But that was kind of my question. Are things just going to stay the same for the Buffalo Bills? I mean, it's an internal hire.
As a Bills fan, can you be upset if they stay the same? Playoff success aside, are you going to be upset at making the playoffs every year? Anywhere from 6 to 2. We haven't gotten that 1 seed that we so desperately need. Honestly, you look at this year's playoff bracket, and honestly, years past, the 1 seeds do well.
Yeah. I mean, that week or 2 of rest is just unbelievably helpful.
Especially for a Bills roster that's always dealing with injuries. Might see a couple guys get cut in these upcoming weeks, guys that deal with injuries a lot. I feel like there's a lot of money, kind of going to waste. But I don't know. I feel like I'm content if things are similar. I don't know about the same, but playoff success is the real
that's
wall breaker there.
That's the name of the game, especially if the Chiefs stay down, the Bengals stay where they are. Ravens kind of trying to figure it out in their first year. We do have a new stadium coming to Orchard Park very soon. It's going to open up with Joe Brady at the helm. What are you going to do? What are you going to do to make people forget about Sean McDermott? I mean, not even forget, but move on from Sean McDermott. People, you saw the petition to bring him back. Did you see that? It has 35,000 signatures. People cannot move on from Sean McDermott. What are you going to do to make them believe in you? That's that's what you have to tell Joe Brady. I mean, coming into this new stadium, new environment, the only consistent thing is Josh Allen, honestly. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the hire personally, just because I thought that there were better candidates. But what are you going to do? I mean, you have to trust in their decision.
Yeah, you just got to ride along. And honestly, it doesn't always work out, magnificently well in the first year. I think of Liam Cohen in his, initial year with Jacksonville.
Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
But those are successful teams now. And obviously, Joe Brady's locked in for 5 years. So not going to be going anywhere unless we take the firing route.
Yeah, locked in for at least 2, I would say. I don't think they would fire him after 1 season. But I have basically the top 4 candidates, and I added one in here from our head coaching search. Let's rank these candidates from, at least from what you think, from best to worst, or worst to best, whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I have Joe Brady, obviously, then the head coach, Brian Daboll, Grant Udinsky, the offensive coordinator now of Jacksonville, Davis Webb, and of course Sean McDermott. Who are you putting at who did you want the least here?
Who did I want the least? I don't know, just going off names alone. Davis Webb, I feel like, is the one guy who, I mean, while he's definitely done a good job in his current role, I don't know if the jump to head coach is quite there for him.
Yeah, quarterback's coach to head coach.
Yeah.
Might have upset a few people, but we'll see where he goes. And then what about that next step up, the 4th worst, I guess?
4th worst? Well,
question.
I mean, Sean McDermott is on this list, but that doesn't, I don't know, does it even make sense to rank Sean McDermott 4th in terms of that? I mean, he's kind of, he's already, you're not going to rehire him.
They wouldn't rehire him, but if he were to
if he'd just stay instead, no, I can't put him at 4. I don't know. I don't want to drop Joe Brady's name already. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
I want to have faith at this point.
Right.
I kind of want to know what you're thinking. Can you help me out with this 4th spot?
I'm going to say Brian Daboll 4th.
You're going to go Brian Daboll?
I did not really, I wasn't in love with Brian Daboll. You look at his time. He started with, it was Alabama, their offensive coordinator, and then he, was the Bills' offensive coordinator. And during his time, Josh Allen's early years when he was developing him, the numbers are really low. I mean, he was almost dead last in passing offense. Then Josh Allen starts getting pretty good, and now he's at the top. So is it Josh Allen? Was it Daboll? I think they had a good chemistry, but I wouldn't have wanted him back. I mean, even in his time at New York, the passing game was just terrible. So.
Yeah, I mean, but with that too, like with some head coaching experience, I mean, there's a lot of bad you can learn from too. But I think the one thing I liked about Daboll is I know he just really, really loved Buffalo. Like he just loved it.
I agree with that.
That's something that the Bills front office seems to like, is if you love Buffalo. But I'm content with him at 4.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to move it around, you can. But that's what
I actually say. I do like that.
And then, in all honesty,
Joe Brady.
I think you go Joe Brady at 3. Joe Brady, it just feels like a step back from McDermott. I mean, sure, the ceiling is a bit higher. He's young. He's the youngest head coach in the league right now. Is his ceiling as high as we really think it is? I mean, I didn't love what he did as offensive coordinator. I mean, I think he coached a great playoffs. I think the Jacksonville game was great. The Denver game was great, but that's a very small, sample size, right? I don't know. It depends on who he brings in as offensive coordinator. It depends on who he brings in as probably defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna leave him at 3 for now.
I like Joe Brady at 3 because then I'm between Sean McDermott and
I think I'll put Sean right above him.
Yeah, Sean at 2, and then Grant Udinsky.
Sean, you at least know what you're going to get. And then I just think, I don't know. There was something about this guy. He worked with Kevin O'Connell for a while. He worked under some great coaches. Kevin O'Connell's the first one that comes to my mind because he was just in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And then, of course, this year, Trevor Lawrence takes a huge step forward. I mean, that doesn't just happen. Sure, Liam Cohen is at the helm of it. But I think that, he had a huge impact on quarterback development. That's what we need.
I mean, and Trevor Lawrence had access to wide receivers that Josh Allen definitely didn't. But if you're going to go take someone from OC to head coach, wouldn't you rather take the guy who didn't have Josh Allen? The guy that had the worst quarterback.
Yes, I would.
And did more with it.
And he's 30. He started at Baylor. He was sleeping in his car, I believe. His story is just so much better. Like, I don't. Maybe I'm a story guy. What can I say? But that's I think I would have preferred Lewinsky, but that's okay. I mean, not Dable. I'm sorry, Joe Brady. I'm content with it.
We got to ride with it.
I should have known it was going to happen at the end of the day. So, but of course, that will really do it for the Bills. I mean, nothing else has happened. So let's move into the field goals of the weekend. No, we're not talking about kicks. We're talking about the good, the no good, and the not even close. Of course, in other words, what went well and what just didn't. Of course, there were only 2 games, so kind of got to spread it out thin. But the good, obviously, Seahawks Rams, great game, unbelievable game, pure cinema.
Yes.
But of course, the Rams lost this one, 31-27. Seattle is going to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2015, when of course they did lose to the Patriots. Funnily enough, I guess. But Sam Darnold, the first 2018 draft class quarterback to make a Super Bowl. You're talking Baker Mayfield, you're talking Lamar Jackson, you're talking Josh Rosen, and of course, Josh Allen's in there as well.
That's just painful.
Mason Rudolph, if you want to throw that in there too. But
dude, what?
No, I didn't think so. But of course, he was 25 for 36 in this game, 350 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kenneth Walker had a great game, 20 carries, 60 yards, touchdown. JSN, man,
he did it all.
Man, I can't help but think Josh Allen, JSN, like if you paired those two together, like if somehow we were able to draft JSN, like, man.
What could have been?
I guess I think that about a lot of wide receivers, of course, but 150 yards for him on 10 receptions, a touchdown. Would you say this win is on Sam Darnold?
It has to be. He threw the ball, over 30 times, which, that's a check. You got to check that because Seattle does love to run the ball. He threw for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he took care of the ball. And that's the trademark thing that Sam Darnold usually doesn't do. He checked every box for me. He made he played the game of his life. I mean, they were talking about that on the broadcast too. He deserves to get the credit of playing the best game of his career in the biggest moment he's ever been in.
And if you're a Vikings fan, you let him go, get J.J. McCarthy. I mean, you've got to be sick to your stomach. Absolutely sick to your stomach. I couldn't imagine. I mean, I think if they still had him this year, they might be in the same spot. I mean, I don't think that's too crazy to say.
No, you're kind of mirroring teams here. Like in terms of how similar these teams can be, they're right there.
And I do want to say, I thought this was funny. I saw this the other day. Geno Smith, of course, left the Seahawks. They bring in Sam Darnold. They go to the Super Bowl. Geno Smith goes to the Raiders. They have the first overall pick. They are literally the worst team in the league. So
yes,
I just thought that was pretty humorous. But I do want to say I doubted Sam Darnold at the beginning of the season. I mean, I think we both did. I think 90% of America did. I think it was I don't know, man. He was seeing ghosts in New York. Then he went to the Panthers. He was cut there. Somehow the Vikings turned him around. But hey, like the Vikings, they're known for doing that to quarterbacks. Goes to Seattle. He does exactly what they need him to do. Plays the best, easily the best football of his life, his career. And on his scouting report, it is said he is not shaken by failure or mistakes. And I think that speaks so much to him. I mean, he was in New York for so long, did nothing. They threw him out. They didn't want to develop him any further. Then he goes to Carolina. He's there with Baker Mayfield. Then he gets cut. Then he's in San Fran. Learned some stuff there. He's a backup quarterback to Trey Lance.
Man,
I believe. Maybe that was Jimmy Garoppolo.
At that time, I'm trying to think.
I think it would have been Trey Lance.
Yeah,
or if he wasn't to Trey Lance, it was to Jimmy G. Either way, you take your losses when you can get them. Then he goes over to Minnesota, starts reviving his career, and now You could argue he's a top 10 quarterback. I mean, I don't think that's even out of the realm of possibilities. You could even argue, I mean, he's in the Super Bowl. I mean, he's the first quarterback from his draft class to make the Super Bowl. I think this is honestly what they expected out of Sam Darnold when they drafted him.
He played better than Josh Allen. I'll tell you that. I mean, yeah. He, I see those scouting report things all the time. Like they go over bad scouting reports for like JJ Watt, right? Yeah. Not strong enough or whatever. I don't think they could have hit the nail more on the head talking about Sam Darnold, that he doesn't let his failures define him. I mean, that's insane to be.
Throw 3 interceptions and go back out there and be fine.
Yeah.
That's just how he is.
And he has this season. I mean, he had a game where he threw 4. In all honesty, this team is obviously great that's around him, but I really couldn't be happier for a guy who's had a career path of someone who ultimately probably retires, and he didn't, obviously.
But of course, on the other side, Matthew Stafford, maybe even in his final game of his career, 22 of 35, 374 yards, 3 touchdowns. He does miss the potential game winner near the end. It's tight coverage. It dropped back 9, I believe it was. So that's going to be tough. And then Corum led the rushers, only had 55 yards. Puka had 165 yards and a touchdown. But of course, that last catch, he was in bounds. Would they really have done anything with it? Probably not. But that does kill you. Do you think this loss is on Stafford? Kind of to flip the other way, right? I mean, the wins on Darnold is the loss on Stafford.
Oh, it's so hard to blame Matthew Stafford. I feel like it's always so hard in sports to just blame one player. You wish you don't muff a punt.
Yeah. Xavier Smith. Yeah.
So, muffing
it's 2 punts. Actually.
It's really hard to place blame on a guy who, he was so locked in towards the end of the game. Yeah. Making every throw. He threw for 374, 3 touchdowns. I can't place this on Matthew Stafford. Yeah. Would you?
No, I think it's a defense thing. We were talking about it right before the show. The defense was good. They have a good defensive coordinator. Their corners and their secondary is kind of weak. You don't even realize it until it comes down to this.
Yeah.
But their corners aren't spectacular. Their best corner was deemed a first-round bust at the end of the day, right? So, I don't know.
And especially if you're not going to hold up so well on the back end. The front 4 that kind of carried them through the first, half of the season, if not more, totally kind of fell off towards the end of the season. And then in the playoffs, they weren't what they needed them to be. So, it is a defense thing.
Yeah. And nobody to cover JSN. That'll really kill you. But season on the line, there's throwing to Kanata Mumfield and Terrence Ferguson. I don't know why.
It's unexpected.
That was the game plan. But of course, do you think Stafford's coming back next season?
Oh, man, does he have it mentally to come back?
Even before this season, he had back problems.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. He's one of those guys who's, he's probably prepared to just step away and be a father, or something. Enjoy time with his, wife and kids. But
he's got 1 ring.
As a fan, I selfishly would say, please come back. And I'm sure the Rams are, in his in his pocket at all times, begging him to come back. But
yeah,
I just don't know. He's going to be turning 38,
something like that.
That's old to play quarterback in the NFL. However, they do protect the quarterback a lot more these days. It's impossible for me to know.
Yeah, right. I think it was the last question asked to Sean McVay in his presser, and they were like, "Do you want Matthew Stafford to come back?" And he was like, "Yeah, obviously." What? What kind of question is that? I think that's what he said. And then he walked out. Yeah, obviously they want Matthew Stafford back. It's just, can he come back, be healthy, and be as good as he usually is? But I hope to see him back. That's really all I can say. It would have been nice to see him go out with a ring if he were to go out this year.
I agree.
What can you do? It was him or Sam Darnold, and I'm happy either way. So
yeah.
But let's move into the no good. Of course, it's the other game. The Patriots and the Broncos is a low-scoring, blizzardy snooze fest. Just like we thought. If the Pats win this one 10-7, do the lowest scoring AFC championship ever. Since 1982. I don't want to wake James up, but since 1982. Are you kidding me?
This was so boring.
It was
oh my
terrible.
gosh.
I watched it on my phone because I didn't care that much. I mean, oh man, what are we doing? Drake May, 10 for 21, 86 yards. He rushed for 65.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson at 71 yards on 25 carries. And then, of course, the backup, Jarrett Stidham, 17 of 31, 133 yards. I would argue, if you get rid of the rushing stats, which obviously you can't really do, Jarrett Stidham might have played an equal to greater game than Drake May.
Yeah. Like seriously, yes. I mean, the one drive in the beginning of the game where he just made back-to-back great throws, I was kind of like, oh my goodness,
right?
Oh my, please do this. I'm always a Patriots hater at heart.
Oh, yeah.
As much as I wouldn't want the Super Bowl to have a backup quarterback, I am a Patriots hater at heart. That's my bias. You guys deserve to know
100%.
that. But I mean. He played a great game for a backup quarterback. I mean,
especially when they just didn't run the ball either. I mean, 13 carries, 37 yards. I mean, I get that the Patriots defense is good, but I honestly think the Broncos were outcoached in this one. In a blizzard, you're going to throw with your backup quarterback 31 times. I don't understand. That does not make sense to me.
I mean, it's just the run game wasn't happening. I mean. Yeah. They had nothing going, and that's the biggest part, in terms of a scouting report as a defense. What you're looking for going into that game is they want to run the ball on early downs. They want to, least amount of pressure they can have on Jarrett Stidham as possible. That just makes it easy to defend the run for New England, and they took that and ran with it. And when you can make them one dimensional. Well, they only score 7 points.
Yeah, I mean, the only time the Pats scored was when Jarrett Stidham fumbled it or threw it backward, right? Then they had that great field position. Then they scored. I mean, I honestly think this is just the Pats defense again. They win another, and I don't think the Pats defense is good enough to stop the high-powered offense of Seattle. But we'll see in a couple weeks. That's kind of my next point. I mean, I think they've really met their match.
I think they're running into a buzzsaw in the Super Bowl.
But of course, let's move into the final field goal here. Then not even close. Shedeur Sanders. He makes the Pro Bowl in his first season. In his rookie season.
Oh my God.
56% completion, 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns. I'm sorry, I can't even say it with a straight face. 10 interceptions, 68.1 QBR.
What's going on?
Here's what's going on. 14 other quarterbacks declined or are hurt. Josh Allen declined. Justin Herbert declined. Most likely. I mean, there's no yes or no if they did. Trevor Lawrence declined. Aaron Rodgers declined. Joe Burrow declined. CJ Stroud declined. Tua declined. Tyrod declined. And Geno Smith also declined. Or is hurt. One of the two. Mahomes is hurt. Cam Ward is hurt. Daniel Jones is hurt. Bo Nix is hurt. And Justin Fields are hurt. So that leaves Lamar Jackson, who just, I don't know what he's up to. He's hanging out. Riley Leonard, Kenny Pickett, maybe Quinn Ewers.
Just no. Just
Mitch Trubisky.
Stop. Hey, Mitch Trubisky, seriously.
In one game. Probably looked better than Shedeur, but that's neither here nor there. Is the Pro Bowl kind of just washed? Is it?
I mean, without a doubt, yes. It's the worst, for the lack of a better term, all-star game of any major sport. It's awful.
Yeah. I mean, should it even count as an accolade? It should be they were named to the Pro Bowl. Shedeur Sanders shouldn't be able to say he's a Pro Bowl quarterback.
No.
I don't think that is fair.
No.
But Josh Allen, first team Pro Bowl, whatever they call it, I don't even know.
The starter
in the Pro Bowl, that should be okay. Use it.
If you are a replacement, because it happens so often with the quarterbacks, honestly, probably a lot of positions too, but quarterback specifically. If you're a replacement, you are just that. You're a replacement. You weren't chosen, No, it shouldn't be denoted as, Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowl quarterback because, God, he's got a long way to go.
I don't know. The Pro Bowl used to be really cool. It used to be in Hawaii, and I don't know I don't even know how I would fix it. You'd have to sit down for like a long time and try to fix it, but there's just nothing. There's just nothing.
I say you just got to let all the interns at NFL just get real creative.
Yeah.
Just lock them in a room for like, a week and see what they come up with.
Yeah. But that will do it for Not Even Close. I mean, I think Shedeur is probably I don't even know what to say. I really don't even know what to say. But let's move into the extra point. I call this game fair take or overreaction. I will read you out a statement. You will say if that's a fair take or if that is an overreaction from this season. So, for example, the first one here, Drake May is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Do you think that is a fair take or an overreaction?
Honestly, I really want to say it's an overreaction. Schedule, path to the Super Bowl, everything considered. But I think, unfortunately, I don't know. He hasn't had a 300-yard game. Maybe it is an overreaction. I feel like you have the right to place him at 5.
If let's say the NFL had this big fantasy draft, right? You know Madden, where
yes.
You have 2 options: Drake May or Jalen Hurts. Which one would you rather have?
That does make it a lot clearer to me. I guess it's an overreaction because I'm not taking Drake May over Jalen Hurts.
All right, fair enough.
What if Jalen Hurts was on the Patriots this season?
Yeah, I don't even think that's crazy to say. I know there's a lot of Jalen Hurts haters out there, but I just don't even think that's crazy to say. Next up, Jackson Smith-Njigba is the greatest wide receiver in the NFL right now. Number 1.
Number 1. I feel like I still reserve that for Puka Nacua.
Okay.
Puka
Nacua.
I think just because
I hear you.
The frame as well is something that I feel like I have to consider in catch radius. Obviously, they both are the best. I'm nothing
Throw
to
it
not,
near them.
not gonna knock on Jackson Smith-Njigba, but he is literally a smaller human than Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
So that's all I have though. It's Puka over JSN.
Okay. I do think JSN is probably right now the best. Just basing it off that one drop from Puka Nacua against the Carolina Panthers.
All right.
I don't think JSN's dropping that. But
no, you're right.
Either way. Next one here is the NFC is much stronger than the AFC.
I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. For I don't think the things that happened this season are going to just suddenly stop and return to normal.
Yeah.
For the Ravens, Bengals, and Chiefs. Those are the 3 teams we're talking about that kind of show whether the AFC is going to be good or whether it's going to be bad.
Yeah,
because those are the quarterbacks you don't want to mess with.
Yes. But next up is James Cook is the best running back in the National Football League.
For the Bills, he's great. I don't think I can say in the National Football League.
He was the rushing yard leader, but is he the best running back?
I don't think so. There's so many. CMC.
Yeah.
Bijan. Gibbs.
That might be the end of the list. I would take James Cook over Jameer Gibbs.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'd rather have Jameer Gibbs than James Cook. I hope James Cook doesn't see this. Like I'll ride for you, James. we share the same name. Like, I love you.
I think he could go either way. He's definitely like Jonathan Taylor or James Cook.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So he's top 5, but he's 5. Anyway, next is the Texans need to seek other options at quarterback.
See, that's an overreaction because other options are all worse than CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
Still.
Well, I don't know. You could maybe go and get like Malik Willis.
No.
You could bring in competition. You could bring in I don't know who's a great backup this year.
Mitch Trubisky.
Like you could bring in those guys just to have a little fair play, but I
Some
agree
fun.
with you. I think it is an overreaction. Next is Josh Allen's wide receivers are worse than Justin Herbert's line. The 2 terrible ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, like
Would you rather have Justin Herbert's line or Josh Allen's receivers on your team?
man, yeah, I think I'd rather have the receivers. You don't have a line, you don't have anything going for you. It's hard to run the ball or pass it. And look at Josh has won like literally awful game away from most likely being in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So,
and then next is Drake May is the best quarterback from his class 2023. That includes Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, Bo Nix, and JJ McCarthy. Of course. It's really Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I think Caleb Williams has still proven more to me than Drake May has. I mean, some of the, like, that Green Bay Packers game, that playoff game, some of the throws where you just need it, and unbelievable from Caleb Williams. I don't think Drake May has that.
Yeah, I mean, he's just so clutch. But the Bills will only get worse next season after their coaching change. Is that a fair take, or is that an overreaction?
I don't know. Judging from how the media has been portraying it, I think the media, mainstream media, ESPN, I'm talking, would say they only get worse. I don't know. I'm a ride for Joe Brady. I think it's possible, especially with the way this season went and some pending offseason improvements that are necessary.
Yeah,
that we're better than 11-6.
A conference championship in Joe Brady's first year.
That's really hard to do. I understand that,
Very
but
difficult.
I mean, record-wise, I feel like you can get better than 11 wins.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, if you get higher than the 6th seed, sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fair. The Patriots are only in the position they are because of their schedule. It's the age-old question.
That is,
are they good, or are they good because their opponent's win percentage was 39.1%?
that's the most fair take I've ever heard. Of course, Drake May is going to take like an even further step next season, and he'll probably have a harder schedule and play just as well. But I don't see it translating to the amount of wins that they had this season. And especially being in the Super Bowl. If they are back in the Super Bowl,
or even if they win this Super Bowl,
dude, it would be unbelievable to me. There's things on my bingo card. I would never put that on my bingo card. As Patriots make it back to the Super Bowl or win this Super Bowl, to be honest.
Yeah. Next up here, a little bit of a division controversy. The NFC South is worse than the AFC North. So we're talking Panthers, Bucks, Falcons, Saints, or Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, Browns. 8 bad teams, in all honesty. So
I feel like the NFC South, the Steelers get even worse, right? This is tough. I don't know. I feel like that could be an overreaction. I just think the AFC. This is hard.
They're both tough. They're both terrible.
Like, I feel like the NFC South ended the season on a way worse note than the AFC North. And then I feel like there's no way that the Ravens stay down for that long.
No. I mean, the Bengals should be good next year.
It should be good next year.
Yeah, I could give you that. But I mean, Falcons are trending upward. The Saints might be trending upward.
Saints could genuinely be trending upward.
And the Panthers might be trending upward as well.
The Bucks are probably going down for me.
Flatline.
Yeah. They lose their, what was it, the offensive coordinator that they lost from the last season, and all of a sudden it's not looking too hot. What am I trying to say? Fair take or overreaction here? The AFC North is better than the NFC South. Right.
So overreaction.
Overreaction, yes.
Next up, got 2 more here. Caleb Williams is 100% the franchise quarterback in Chicago.
Cemented. And that's, I think, you're not looking for 99%, like, maybe if something happens. No, he's there. They bought in there.
Oh, yeah, I feel like that's fair. And then last one, you're going to have to think about this. I know you're reading it. Bryce Young will be more successful in his career than Justin Herbert.
He's definitely closer to winning a playoff game.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert got close that one time.
Yeah, he almost beat the Jags and then had a terrible fall off. He's just a playoff choker, man. Like, it's just so hard to...
Playoff choke? I don't... Like, you can't blame him for this recent loss to the Patriots.
Not the recent one, but I don't know.
How long is the NFC South going to be mid for? You know, I feel like the Carolina Panthers realistically only make the playoffs if they win that division, and like,
I mean, the AFC West is also very, very tough.
It is. It's
like you wouldn't take the Chargers over the Broncos or prime Kansas City. Like Mahomes comes back, everything's clicking again.
Yeah. Man, that's tough. There's a chance, if you mean more successful career, as in he wins one playoff game and Justin Herbert still has 0.
Yeah, like
then
Bryce Young might make it to a Super Bowl.
I don't know.
I mean, that's got to be the outlook, right?
I think that's an overreaction. Okay. I know Justin Herbert has not had that much success in the postseason, actually none. But I think there's a time where he will win a playoff game, and he could go on a little bit of a run. I feel like they still got a talented team. It's just about staying healthy.
What if? Right?
What if?
But then let's move into the forecast for next week. We can't tell you the weather, but we can make some predictions the next week of football. Of course, it is the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Which will be there. We'll be in San Francisco.
Yeah.
The Buzz is taking a trip down to Radio Row the entire week before. So Saturday before the Super Bowl. Me and James will be there recording our show. We'll also be there with Austin Townley of AfterThought Sports, Ryan Lombardi of AfterThought Sports, and then 2 Buzz members, Lily Goodman and Connor Amendola. So stay tuned for that. There'll be a lot of content coming out next week. But I just wanted to shout that out. We'll be down there. We'll do some So if any cool people are watching this or famous people, send some regards. We'll come interview you.
Yeah, we want to interview you. We will find you.
Yeah. But
in a not weird way.
Yeah. Or if you're listening over the radio for some reason. But that will do it for this episode of Field Goals and Forecast. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for listening if you're listening live. And we will see you all next week at the Super Bowl. Bye-bye.
Peace.